Howdy, it's Mr. Pete again, your YouTube shop teacher, and this is episode number 61A, the question portion of my What Is It Mystery Tool series. Now, since this is 61, we got to double that, so there's 120 videos in this series, so go back and watch some of those other ones. There is a playlist for that. I'll put it below in the description. And I've got three interesting items today, and then a fourth item, which is really not a tool. It's a plant, but so that'll be extra credit. You don't have to watch that. So let's get started and see if you can figure out what these items are. Some of them have stumped me as well, and they're all from people out of state and from Canada, and I do not. And I sure do appreciate people sending me these things. Some of them want them back, and some of them just say do whatever you want. Okay, let's get started. Okay, these are the three items. This is a group that counts as one, so we've got three items plus the fourth bonus ones. Let's take a look at this one first. This is item one, loaned to me by Tim Knust, who wants it back. I think that's how you pronounce the name, so thank you, Tim. This came clear from Texas, and he sent me a prepaid mailer to send it back after I do the second part of this video. Well, we can tell that it's a pneumatic tool. I do not know what it is. Neither did he, nor many people that he asked. And when he found this, I think it came in an auction lot, he said that it was filled full of wasp nests, mud daubers, I believe. I think they have a lot of them in Texas. Now, there is a little bit of a trademark here, but it is unreadable. So there's no name on it. It's got the knurled handle, and I will run this in the second video for you. There's the on and off valve. And here, there's a little probe here. Can you hear that? Rounded, that goes in and out when you turn it on. You know, reciprocates. It's not real noisy, but we really have no clue what that is. Now, maybe it's obvious to some of you, so put it down in the comments if you know what that item is. I think I'll take it apart in the follow-up video. Be sure and watch that as well. This tool came clear from Quebec, Canada, from Carl Lavertu. I know I butchered the name. I'm sure it's French. So, you know, he paid a lot of money to have that sent here, so thank you, Carl. I've never seen one. He didn't know what it was. Now, I did cover up the trademark and the manufacturer's name and all that, because that might give it away, and the name of the manufacturer's on the cover of that. I won't show that, and you can see that when this is loosened up, it can be moved in and out. Now, it is not a caliper. There are no graduations on this whatsoever. Very nicely made, hardened steel. What on earth is it? It'll open up even a little farther than that if the tape wasn't in the way. So that's number two. Give me your best guess. Funny answers are acceptable if you're a clever, funny man or woman. All right, this whole group of items, and they're all for the same purpose, I believe, came clear from Denver, Colorado, from Ray. I know I'm going to butcher this name, Jaramillo, and someone told me how to pronounce it. I think it's Spanish, but Jaramillo or Jaramillo, I don't know. But anyway, thanks, Ray. You know, I could really butcher those students' names, too. All right, and then the kids would laugh, you know, because they grew up with these kids since they were in kindergarten. They knew how to pronounce the name, but when they came to high school, shoot, I'd never seen them before. Okay, what are these? This is item 3, and some of them are marked, but you can see they're all hammered on, so there is a reason for that, and they're threaded, all different sizes. And there's a name on there too, and some number. That's a KD tool. Alright, I didn't even see that before. Some may be homemade, I don't know. That almost looks like a Bridgeport type of drawbar, but it's too large. So there they are. You can see the hammer marks. That turns like that. I think I know what they're for. The purpose of them. So thank you, Ray. Alright, that concludes it. Put your answers down. But now stay tuned for extra credit, but it has nothing to do with tools, but it still is a mystery item. Here we go. But you can turn it off if you don't want to see this. Okay, for item 4, let's take a quick field trip next door to my daughter's yard. She has a large yard. And we're going to identify a tree, a mystery tree. Now, I am a tree lover, always have been since I was a boy. I can identify a lot of trees, not all of them. I am not a tree hugger. I said I'm a tree lover. Let's go out and look at this footage, and then we'll come back in here and I'll show you the leaves and talk about them. Okay, this is the tree in question. And I don't think that shows you much. These are kind of rare around here. It's certainly not something that's going to spring up naturally. Let's take a look at the bark. Well, that doesn't tell you much. Let's look at the leaves. Any guesses? This is an introduced species of tree. It did not come from the United States. It came from another country. I'll tell you that in the answer. It's an interesting tree. My neighbor had one. They were, when we were boys. He was a John Deere dealer. Lived right next door, and we'd go over and look at that tree. Also, when I was in college, at Illinois State University, we would walk the quadrangle and we'd walk clear around a long distance just so we could look at this tree. So things like that, foolishly I suppose, interest me. So, I'll stop for a corny joke. In my front yard I have a dogwood tree. Do you know how you can tell a dogwood? By its bark. Okay, this is item 4 now. And the leaves are fan-shaped. Very unique. No other tree looks like this. I hope you find this interesting. You wouldn't be watching this if you didn't like trees. And, I have to tell you this story too. This tree was planted by the previous owner, and it's right next to the road, as you can tell in that footage. So, my daughters lived in that house about 12 or 15 years, and then recently, within the last 3 months, the original owner who planted this tree for his wife came by to visit the tree. So they apparently loved that tree, and I guess his wife, who I really never knew, whom I never really knew, had that tree planted. And probably an expensive tree, because you're not going to find that at Kmart or Walmart. You're going to have to go to a nursery. And I do not know what climate this grows well in, other than we are near northern Illinois. We're 100 miles from Wisconsin, so it thrives in this climate. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the follow-up video in a week or so. And that will be number 61B. Thanks for watching. This is Tubalcain saying so long for now.